Hello everybody, welcome to MJX Movies. Today I'll be acting the 2020 film Greyhound, directed by Schneider, based on the book The Good Shepherd. In this movie, we open with our main character, the captain of the Greyhound, getting ready for what we think is the day. We cut to 2 months earlier where he's with his fiancée, we'll say, and he's discussing with her his upcoming mission and the fact that he's never done an Atlantic crossing up till the present. He also asked her to marry him, more or less, and then we cut back to the present day, where the convoy is already underway. It's just exiting the coverage of Allied air power from America, thus entering what's known as the pit, which is the section of the Atlantic most dangerous for convoys, where they're not protected by airplanes, and thus subject to German U-boat attacks, U-boats being German submarines. The convoy is initially attacked by a submarine, which the Greyhound sinks. And then, as night comes about, more U-boats arrive. A wolf pack is what they're known as. Several ships are lost. The Greyhound attempts to sink the remaining U-boats. It is successful in sinking 2 of the 3. However, the third remains. And after a few days of ongoing battles with the U-boat and U-boats, the convoy re-enters air coverage, this time from the European allies. And they are saved by some airplanes, at which point their mission is complete, the Greyhound's mission is complete, and our main character literally sails off into the sunset. So, this movie stars primarily Tom Hanks and Stephen Graham. Elizabeth Shue is in here for a few moments. And then it also has the actor Rob Morgan, who I would say I was not familiar with, but I saw the movie Don't Look Up, which apparently he was in, so I am familiar with him, I just don't recall. And then many other character actors that you may or may not recognize. I thought Josh Hellman was in this for a minute, but it turns out it was just an actor who looks very much like him. This movie is interesting insofar as the book it's based on, because the book it's based on was not written by a combat veteran, by a naval warfare veteran. Interesting in the sense of there were many people who served in World War II in the Battle of the Atlantic. By the way, the screenplay was written by Tom Hanks, so it's interesting that for the source material, he chose a book that was written by somebody who wasn't there. But nevertheless, I think overall, insofar as being a dadcore movie, this movie works. If you want to watch Tom Hanks just be a competent dad, getting things done, being good at his job, then this is going to be a great movie for you. Insofar as an actual plot, there isn't a whole lot to this. There's no real character arcs. There's no real... Tom Hanks, for instance, his character starts out a good guy who's good at his job, and he ends a good guy who's good at his job. I think that the battle scenes were really well done. The CGI was really well rendered. At no point did it look cartoony, and I think it did a great job of illustrating how desolate and how frostbitten the Atlantic Ocean can be, and also how punishing it can be. Overall, also, by the way, I forgot to mention, apparently Dominic Keating is one of the voices of the English captains, but you never see him. He's also in this. This is also befitting the title, a very gray movie. There's not a whole lot of sunlight in this. For me, I'm going to have to say between yay, nay, and in between, this is a big yay. This is an excellent addition to the dadcore canon, also to the good depictions of World War II battles canon. However, perhaps you're one of the family members of one of the, I'm sure, many fish who were blown up in the process of the Battle of the Atlantic, in which case, this might be a nay for you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Cheers.